Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. This morning, 17-year-old Ephraim is facing multiple charges after police say he robbed people at a Northside home at gunpoint. According to police, Coe told victims to get on the ground and kicked and strangled one of them. Police say when the victims fought back, Coe fired a gun, but the bullet didn't hit anyone. News 8 Now spoke to a nearby homeowner who says he had a similar incident happen recently.
It's, a little scary living only a few blocks away, knowing that something like that happened. We had an incident about a month ago where somebody tried to break into our house, so this kind of hits home.
Police say Coe stole several items and left the house. Coe turned himself into police yesterday. He's being held in jail on multiple police charges, including attempted homicide and robbery with use of force. He is scheduled to make an initial appearance in court this afternoon. Students from Logan High School embarked downtown.
All right, I guess we're going straight to weather. We are looking at some cloudy skies moving in across the Coulee region from the north. Now, it's not completely overcast outside, but we're just looking at some partly cloudy weather conditions right now that are rolling their way in from the north, as you can see on that satellite loop there. Nothing right now on the radar. Everything is pretty dry from that perspective. But again, we are looking at some clouds there kind of moving in behind that storm system, which, by the way, did bring down our temperatures here with an associated cold front that moved through yesterday. And as you can see, as a result, we're in the 50s. 56 in La Crosse now, 55 in Winona, 56 degrees to the north in Eau Claire. And you can see those cloudy skies there from CityCam 8 in La Crosse. And we're pretty much going to remain on the partly cloudy side of things throughout the afternoon. And overall, a much cooler day in terms of those temperatures, with highs only in the low 60s this afternoon, with a northerly wind breeze in place around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, it's not going to stay cool for long because we do have a warm-up trend on the way as early as this weekend. And then by next week, you'll notice that temperatures warm up quite a bit. So I'm going to talk all about that coming up in the full weather forecast in just a few minutes. Sophia?
This morning, I have Mariah and Amarina with us to talk about the student community plant sale that is happening today and tomorrow. What's going on? What is it? Let our viewers know. One of you.
So we have a plant sale going on this afternoon from 3 to 6 and tomorrow from 9 to noon. It's at Northside Elementary, 1611 Kane Street.
Okay. And do the students grow the plants?
They grow a lot of the plants. Oh. So we've been also getting donations from the community. We've gotten donations from lots of people in La Crosse, Rochester, and then our students grow the majority of the vegetable starters, and then they care for all the donations we get or propagate them themselves.
What schools are participating?
Northside Elementary and Coulee Montessori. We share the building at Northside Elementary.
And what kind of plants are they? Are they just flowers? I know, is something like this going to be for sale?
Yes, we brought one of these for you. We have macrame plant hangers, like the one right here. There's ceramic art, house plants, perennials, annuals, and a lot of vegetable starters for the garden.
Yeah, we have over 2,000 plants.
Wow, so, a lot.
Anyone could find a plant.
Yes.
Where are the proceeds going?
So this year the proceeds, we're raising money for a school greenhouse. And with the help from, we've received grants from Rotary After Dark and FSPA. And so with this plant sale, we need to raise at least $5,000 more to meet our goal so that we can build our greenhouse this summer.
So how long has that, is it a greenhouse project? Is it something that y'all have been working on for a while? Can you tell me a little more about it?
Well, we started the plant sale before COVID, and then we had plans to do a plant sale and a unit because we both found that we liked plants, and we connected that way. And then we had to obviously stop for COVID, and that put it on hold for 3 years. And last year we had our first plant sale, and then this is our second one.
Yep.
So.
And do students enjoy doing it?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a huge source of pride with growing all of these plants, but also learning about business and knowing that they can bring in all of these community members to work with each other. They absolutely love it.
Can individually each of you tell me what it's been like working with the students and creating something like this?
Go ahead.
Well, I think just the pure joy that they have working with plants, and we use it as a social emotional learning tool as well. So, you know, everybody has a bad day or a good day, and when you can get your hands in dirt and just kind of play around with it, the kids light up doing that, and it changes their whole perspective.
Mariah?
Yeah, I mirror that exactly. I think it's also a big equity builder. We're teaching students skills that they can use in their adult life, whether that's entrepreneurship, but also just growing their own food. They're able to take that knowledge and be able to take that with them in their life.
So if this doesn't convince someone to come out and buy for your plant sale, what else can you tell them to come out?
Oh, these kids have been working so hard all year. They have grown all these plants. They've taken care of all these plants. They've also done tons of artwork, and they've done all of the macrame. They've done everything for this sale. So it would mean a lot to them for you to come out and support them.
Will artwork also be at the sale?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And where can people find more information? Do you have a website?
We have a Facebook page.
Facebook,
It's
okay.
called the Second Annual Northside and Clee-Montessori Plant Sale.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
So you can see a lot of pictures on there of what the students
what's
are
going to
doing.
be.
Yep.
Kind of what we've done all year with the students.
Very exciting. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, both of you, for being here. Viewers, check out the plant sale. They have a Facebook page. Make sure you check it out. It's for a great cause for the Student Greenhouse Project. We'll be right back after the break. Stocks made more gains on Wall Street Thursday with hopes that Washington's debt ceiling stalemate will be decided before a looming government default. The Dow jumped 115 points, the Nasdaq surged 188, and the S&P 500 rose 39 points. CBS News' Chanel Call has the latest business news headlines from New York.
The Walt Disney Company says it's ending plans to build a sprawling new corporate campus in Central Florida as its battle with Republican Governor Ron DeSantis continues. DeSantis and the state legislature have been at odds with Disney because the company opposed a law that bans classroom discussions on sexual orientation and gender identity in early grades. Last month, Disney filed a First Amendment lawsuit against DeSantis and other officials. General Motors is recalling nearly 700,000 Chevy Equinoxes and GMC Terrains for model years 2020 to 2023. A problem with the anchor bars can prevent child seats from being installed. And Ford Motors is recalling more than 422,000 vehicles, some for a second time, to fix malfunctioning rear cameras. This includes certain Ford Explorers, plus Lincoln Aviators and Corsairs. And ChatGPT can now be as close as your iPhone or iPad. The free artificial intelligence app from OpenAI became available on Apple devices in the U.S. and will later be coming to Android devices too. Unlike the desktop web version, the mobile version on Apple's iOS operating system also lets users speak to it using their voice. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
That's it for your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next. How feeling safe can help you lose weight and the best way to prevent getting Mpox. Bradley Blackburn has a look at some of the day's top health stories.
Health officials are urging people at high risk of Mpox to get 2 doses of the vaccine. A new study published by the CDC found 2 doses of the Jynneos vaccine were 86% effective in preventing infection from the virus, formerly known as monkeypox. That's about a 10% improvement over a single dose. The CDC is warning there could be an Mpox resurgence over the coming months. A new study out of the University of Bern in Switzerland finds masks and portable air cleaners reduced the spread of COVID in schools. Researchers found in 2 secondary schools, concentrations of the airborne virus were 70% lower in classrooms with mask mandates and 40% lower where air cleaners were used. And where you live might play a role in weight loss. That's the finding from Dutch researchers out of the University Medical Center Rotterdam. They asked participants to answer questions about the safety and attractiveness of their neighborhood and found that people with the highest feeling of safety also had the greatest decreases in both weight and waist circumference. That's a look at some of the day's top health stories. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
That's it for our medical news today. Here's a look at CityCam 8. Derek is in next with our forecast.
Skies are partly cloudy here now this afternoon, as you can see behind me from CityCam 8 in downtown La Crosse. There's some peaks of sun in between some of those clouds, but for the most part, partly cloudy skies, 56 degrees. Northwest winds at around 14. Mississippi River Stage is at 9.63 feet, which continues to drop here in Eau Claire, 56 and partly cloudy skies. Northwest winds, a little bit of a breeze to work with right now at around 12 miles an hour. Look at the temperatures, a little cool here for this afternoon. 57 in Winona, 53 though in Sparta, 54 in Volkfield, and 53 in Viroqua. Temperatures right now in Bosquebel currently at 59 degrees. We should be warming up just a little further here in some spots like La Crosse. I expect to hit a high of 62 in Eau Claire, about 60 today, and a lot of locations should be at least into those upper 50s, if not low 60s here by later this afternoon. And we should be around that time, around 3 p.m. or so, or somewhere around 5 here too. Between 3 to 5 is probably a good bet to see those low 60s here today. And then 59, partly cloudy skies as we head closer towards that 7 o'clock hour here this evening. But you can see those clouds moving in from the north. This is actually associated on the backside of this low with the wraparound effects here of the clouds and precipitation. Now, luckily, the precipitation is not really affecting us. It's more so up towards the Great Lakes and, of course, south and east of us. But we are getting that cooler and dry air effect behind that front, and we're still looking at some leftover clouds. Now, to the west is this area of high pressure, and that's going to be affecting us here today and also through this weekend. So you'll see that trough of low pressure exits the area. High pressure begins to build across the northern U.S. this weekend, including Sunday here too. We're still dealing with it because it's such a broad area of high pressure. So all of the Midwest is really going to be dealing with some very dry and sunny weather conditions to work with throughout the weekend, including us here in the Coulee region. And as on the 8-day forecast clearly shows, just looking at just a mix of sun and clouds, especially Saturday and Sunday, mostly sunny, pretty mild, highs into the mid-70s tomorrow. So we are going to be warming up quite a bit as we head into tomorrow, and then near the low 80s as we head into Sunday. Now we'll definitely see highs into the 80s for much of next week, starting on Tuesday, if not Monday, and low temperatures mainly into the 50s to low 60s. So, overall, after what was a little bit of a stormy day for some of us yesterday, it's going to be a lot nicer here today and these next several days ahead, with rain chances not until probably around the end of next week on Friday. So.
80. That's
it's
screaming
nice.
my name.
It's beautiful out there. Yeah.
I'll get a little tan on.
Yep.
Thank you, Derek. When we return, why you might see local law enforcement hanging out on the roof today.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Today is the annual Cops on a Rooftop fundraiser. Cops on a Rooftop is an annual fundraiser benefit for the Special Olympics of Wisconsin. Sergeant Brooke Pataska tells us why the event is important for the Special Olympians.
Yeah, so this is to help raise money and proceeds to go to Special Olympics. So obviously it's a great cause. This money then kind of helps them throughout the games and get to the games. They need to replace any of the games or items for that.
Until 11 o'clock tonight, members of local law enforcement will stake out on the roof of Dunkin' Donuts for a good cause. Stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast when we return.
Final check on your 8-day forecast, 62 degrees for today, but much warmer tomorrow. And then highs in the upper 70s on Sunday, upper 70s, low 80s as we head into next week with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Looks like we're going to be pretty dry here over these next several days, with Friday maybe being an exception. We could be watching for some showers and storms, but that's pretty far out for now. Keep our eyes on that, but enjoy the dry and clear weather that we got going on here for a while.
You don't have to tell me twice, Derek.
Exactly.
Thank you. And thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us again at 5 and 6. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you for watching News 8.